Virginia base in the US is the main provider of mobile satellite services that can be reached anywhere in the world. Iridium Next is the largest, most sophisticated commercial space project in the world today, going to replace the existing Iridium constellation with an even more powerful constellation. Since only about 10% of the Earth's surface is covered by either wireless or land-like network, Iridium Next will be capable to provide communication services to businesses, governments, and people like you and me. Who's behind this amazing project? Who's up for the challenge with sufficient expertise? Thales Alenia Space. And Daniela, Iridium Next project director at Thales Alenia Space, will tell us how they will make this possible. Hello, Denis.
Hello, Marie.
So can you explain us Iridium Next constellation's missions?
So Iridium Next is the biggest constellation, low-orbit constellation of telecom satellites. So it's designed first to replace the existing constellation, but also to provide new features for telecom services such as 3G and 4G.
So how is it going to work, Denis? How many satellites does it include?
So the Iridium Next constellation is based on 66 satellites, split in 6 planes of 11 satellites each, plus 6 in-orbit spares, and plus 9 ground spares. So Thales Alenia Space is the prime contractor in charge of the system engineering, validation, and delivery of the 81 satellites.
Okay, but what is the difference between Iridium Next and Globalstar or O3b constellations also built by Thales Alenia Space?
So on constellations such as Globalstar, each satellite is independent and is directly connected to a ground gateway. On Iridium Next, we are completely independent from the ground network. Each satellite is connected to the one that are around him, allowing a global coverage.
What kind of technology did you have to develop to connect all those satellites between one another directly into space? Because this is the main difference.
So that implies using the most powerful computer ever used in the space business, and using the most sophisticated software.
You also had to rethink your whole organization. What kind of challenges did you have to face to develop such a large-scale system?
Yeah, to deliver 81 satellites, we had to review completely the way we are managing the program, the way we are managing our subcontractor, put in place some dedicated supply chain internally within Thales Alenia Space, and also with our subcontractors. So the 2 first satellites are currently being integrated and tested in our French facilities between Toulouse and Cannes, whereas the 79 others will be integrated and tested in the orbital ATK facilities in Arizona. And in parallel, we have to validate the overall system to make the 66 satellites working together. And this is done commonly with the Boeing and on 2 different platforms, one in Toulouse and the other one in the Phoenix in Arizona.
So altogether, how many countries and people are involved?
So Iridium Next is for 60% done in Europe, 40% in the US. We have about 40 major subcontractors. Today we have currently about 400 Thales Alenia Space people working on the program, and overall we estimate about 1,500 people working on the program.
And in Europe it's mainly France?
It's mainly France and Italy.
And Italy. When is the first launch due, Denis?
So the first launch is before the end of this year, 2015. So the first launch will be from Russia, using the DNEP launcher and with the 2 satellites. And then we'll have 10 other launches by batch of 10 satellites each, and that will be launched by SpaceX from the Vandenberg launch base in California.
Those connections between those 66 satellites is allowing a complete independent, fully independent system.
Yes, indeed. Whatever the weather condition, it's even natural disasters, it's always working.
It's the major benefit.
Yes, indeed.